What's up, everybody? Randy here with Nerds Templar. It's the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate AI League. It's Season 1, Set 12. It's the beginning here in the red division, Set 12. First of them. After 11 sets, if you're wondering, got Pyra and Mithra at 8 and 2. King K Rool and Donkey Kong are 8 and 3s. Simon and Byleth both 7 and 3. Zelda and Dr. Mario are 7 and 4. Yoshi and Terry 6 and 4. Hero is 6 and 5. Pit and Marth are both 5 and 5 from the yellow last season. Me Brawler 5 and 6. Mario 5 and 6. Lucario 4 and 6. Young Link is 4 and 7. Kirby is 3 and 7. Greninja and Ryu both 3 and 8. And finally 1 and 9's Jigglypuff and Peach. Maybe not even quite out of it yet. Perhaps they are. It's actually going to take 5 wins to get into this one. As we look briefly here, I'll just give you a visual of it, and if you want, you can pause and take a gander. We talked about it. If you want to hear us chatting about it a little bit, check out the end of the last video, the end of set 11 for the yellow, once everything was done here after set 11 for the yellow. That's where everybody stands in their divisions. We have the top 3 getting the buys come playoff time. Again, halfway through the season right now, we're starting the second half, basically. The true second half, everybody at least 10 matches. Some have 11 as we get the buys in. And we have 13 going to playoffs, including those 3 buys, which means 10 seeded that'll play each other in the first round. 5 moving on to play, as well as the 3 buys in the second round of playoffs, leaving us with 4 in each division, and that'll move then those 4 in each division to the league playoffs, the entire league playoffs, where they'll be put in placed by record where they ought to be, and see where things go from there. So that's where everybody is, and right now, yeah, it's looking like the easiest in is the lowest records that are allowed in. 4 and 6 is in the green and the yellow right now. The red and the blue maybe a little more contentious. Perhaps a little harder to get in, record-wise at least. So today, in the red, set 12, Marth is taking on Hero, Pit is up against Young Link, Lucario's versing King K Rool, Kirby's up against Donkey Kong, Peach is taking on Greninja, it's Jigglypuff versus Ryu, Byleth versus Mario, and an important one there for both of them, Yoshi then versus Terry, Simon against Zelda, and finally Pyra and Mithra taking on Dr. Mario. And the Me Brawler at 5 and 6 there has got a bye. We'll see if he remains in the playoffs or not. He's number 13 right now, the last playoff spot. We'll see if he remains there or not. Let's begin. And might as well go with the secondary skins. We've been using their normal ones a couple rounds now. So going to the secondaries, red division, red skins here. Marth doing well, coming from the yellow last season, 7 and 13. 5 and 5 right now, falling a little bit here. He was, I believe, yeah, 5 and 3. Hero, though, on his way up. Actually, he's on his way down as well a little bit. Maybe. Yeah, he just lost 2. He was also 6 and 3. So, a match ahead, not having his bye just yet. Marth did. But basically in the same boat, losing their last 2. Marth with a pretty quick knockout here, and then a Super Mushroom. As Hero on his second stock, 62 on Marth's first. 25 after that one strike from Marth on Hero. Both sides, but looking really good. For the 5 and 5 Marth. Could move Hero to 6 and 6. Move himself to 6 and 5. Oh, what a knockout on Hero there. Marth on the side of the stage. Doing some edge things. Edge Lord Marth. Go with the Poison Mushroom. Will anybody grab it? No. Oh, man. What a strike by Hero, though. Gets the 1 knockout. All is not yet lost here for our Hero. Although it was looking pretty bad there. Super Mushroom. 11 on Marth's second. 41, though. on Hero already after a nice hit from Marth. Regular size Hero after that Poison Mushroom. Both of these guys right in the middle of the mix now at this point. But again, this division, everybody's separated. Basically, everyone's separated by like 3.5. I don't know what happened there. I guess that was like some kind of stasis. So Marth couldn't do anything. 70 to 73. Hero, everything he can, fighting back. Oh, that Super Mushroom would have certainly helped him. Oh, a nice attack there, though. Marth is out of here. 80% on Hero. Is he going to rally back in this one? 2 sword fighters. There's a lot of sword fighters in this game. I just realized. Like I have realized, but realizing more and more. I mean, there's a lot of them. Here's 2 of them. Very similar size, similar length of sword, I suppose. Marth is like a little taller, I guess. Right now, he's supersized. Psyching up. Hero is psyching himself up. He's out of MP, though. Oh, it's... When he attacks, when he gets successful strikes, it looks like it charges up faster. So up to about half now. 89, though, on his last. 68 on Marth's last. Hero has brought this one right back for himself. And the Poison Mushroom on Marth. Is Hero going to take it right here? Oh, no, he won't. Not quite. There it is, though. What a comeback. Marth falls to Hero. It's too bad for Marth. He will go to 5 and 6. He's now trending back toward where he was last season. Great for Hero. You hate to see either of them lose, really, when they're both on the downtrend like this. But Hero's gonna go up again. He's gonna be 7 and 5 now. That's a fine record indeed. And Marth, he's still okay at 5 and 6. Certainly still okay. That's right on the brink of playoff berth, though. So he's he's gonna need to maybe get a few more wins under his belt here soon. All right, this one's almost just as important. Very nearly just as important. Young Link is 4 and 7 here. He's doing all right. He's actually also lost at least what? Yeah, he lost one, just the last one. He was doing pretty decent, winning a few in a row actually. From 1 and 6 to 3 and 6, 4 and 6 until finally going 4 and 7. So yeah, he was on a little bit of a little run for himself to get back into things here just before the middle point. 4 and 7. He's just under there in this division. He's the only one at 4 and 7. There's a 4 and 6 Lucario, a 3 and 7 Kirby. Young Link having yet to be on his bye, I suppose is why that is. Yeah. So we'll see where he falls once that happens, but in the meantime, he has a chance to pick up some extra wins, but not a great way to begin things here. He's got 72 on Pit's first. Pit also fall. We have a lot of fighters at the beginning here that have lost a lot recently. Pit was 5 and 2. He is now 5 and 5. So this is one that he's definitely looking to pick up. Kind of an easy win, maybe. But again, Young Link, not the easiest fighter. Oh, no. Oh, he's going to be... All right. The hook shot misses the stage, but yep, he does get him back. Supersized Young Link, 97 on Pit's first stock. And Young Link will be able to get it 33% on his second. So still doing okay here. There's a reason it's our second match. Quite good. Decent fighter in Pit here. Pretty okay fighter in Young Link. Very important match for a lot of fighters. Because again, this division just so close, so close. 2 7 and 3s, 2 7 and 4s, 2 6 and 4s, 2 6 and 5, 2 5 and 5s, 2 5 and 6s, a 4 and 6, a 4 and 7, a 3 and 7, 2 3 and 8s if you want to throw them in. I think the only ones out are the 1 and 9 Jigglypuff and Peach at this point, but even they, if they could rally back somehow, come back. But right now, Young Link making a bit of a comeback. Try to even this back up. Maybe 58 to 97. Should say he's really losing that comeback that he did make. Oh man, the giant hook shot gets him back to the stage. 58 to 110. So needed to use that super mushroom for damage and not for recovery. Oh, with another super mushroom. Nobody's gonna get it. Poison mushroom though, I bet somebody will. It's gonna be Pit. Poison Pit. Poison Pit. Oh, but he's still on the attack. And the young Link trying to charge up an arrow shot, bow shot. Maybe not the best idea. Oh man, young Link 130 something. Just not getting back to the map with that up B. I don't know why. It looked like maybe he waited a little too long there. 86 though, again on Pit's second. We're right back to pretty much where we were on stock 3 to 2. Now it's stock 2 to 1, and a nice attack at Poison Young Link from Pit. Almost launches him there. Not quite though. 23 on Young Link. 120 on Pit. Young Link's just tossing bombs. Nice attack, but it's not going to get him with both of them normal size at the moment. Young Link needs to muster a lot of strength. He's going to do it naturally like this, natural sizes. Or he's going to need some mushroom help, perhaps. And spring season, as always this season, spring themed season. It is our late winter into the spring season. As our I guess our odd seasons will be 1, 3, 5, 7, because we're also going to have our fall into early winter season. So there's really not going to be a break between those. The only break off season we have is going to be through the summer. But we're still going to maybe do one extra. It's going to be like a weekly video series probably. I thought about doing a stream. Maybe we'll stream. I don't know. Maybe we'll do this off season. We'll do a video series, and then next time we'll. If you guys like it enough, we'll stream it. But Pit pitting up that win for himself relatively easily. 2 stock left on him. That second stock had a lot of percent, but you know, quite a nice cushion for him. Young Link, unfortunately, get a fall there. He's going to go down to 4 and 8. Again, I think maybe he's still all right because he's got the 4 wins. It's at least something. We'll have to see how Kirby, Greninja, Ryu do the 3 wins right now. But yeah, Pit 6 and 5, maybe gonna try to work his way back into the top 8. We'll see. All right, one more pretty good one I think here for our 3rd match before we go into our sort of bottom 3 matches in the middle there. Lucario, again, a really important one here for him, and it's not going to be an easy one. I mean, again, since it's not easy, you think of this as maybe, okay, you pick up one more loss here, but then you need to just get a few extra ones, an extra one or 2 afterward against maybe some easier opponents. Lucario 4 and 6 right now, just out of playoffs. 5 and 6 makes it. Only one of 2 5 and 6. Wait, yeah, only one of the 2 5 and 6s get in. Lucario just beneath them at 4 and 6, the only one. But can that change here? 5 and 6 for himself. He just up B's into the bottom of the stage. Whew, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that against King K Rool. A nice attack here. Flurry of blows as he comes back with a super mushroom. Oh wow, that was actually quite good. If he would have landed that one last hit, K Rool may have even been launched, but he blocks it. Luckily for himself. 73 on his first stock now after that. Lucario almost trying to, oh man, Poison Mushroom on King K Rool. Lucario does get the knockout at 93%. I can't believe it. What an offensive attack from Lucario. I don't even know. That was just incredible. Almost a flawless knockout on that first stock of King K Rool's after he lost his stock. He only took 11%. He's at 20. It's all tied up right now. 28, 29, 2 stock each. And another poison King K Rool. Wow. And a super mushroom for Lucario. The mushroom help is huge right now. No pun intended. No, not quite going to get it there. Another mushroom, it's poison. And Lucario gets that one too. That could have been anyone's. They were both right on top of it. Oh no, a Super Mushroom, not going to be K Rool's just yet. He's more concerned about getting Lucario off the stage. Not going to happen. Close, but not going to happen. 70 to 54. Lucario's keeping this super close. And by the way, King K Rool's number 2, 8-3. So that's why it's not an easy one for Lucario, but he's making it look a lot easier than it should. He's back to normal size. Oh no, wait, he went to super size from that. He must have just went to medium and then super size immediately. Wow, that was super lucky for him, but he's not quite able to get the knockout, but still 101 to 91. He did almost get it. And yeah, he pulled the poison. Get that super. No! King K Rool knocks him away, grabs it himself. Lucario dodging the first of those attacks, but not the second. 98 on K Rool now with a stock advantage. A poison mushroom, he grabs it. Lucario almost gets the knockout in return, but not quite gonna get it. A really good up B on King K Rool, so you're not gonna really knock him off the stage just by, you know, knocking him too far away. You gotta get the launch, which makes it so much harder on the giant Kremlin. Look at him. Super Mushroom and everything. Lucario now about to fall quickly. 111 on K Rool's second, 89 on Lucario's last already. And the big Kremlin King's got another Super Mushroom. You'd see his eyes bugging out so much better there. It's the same with Donkey Kong and some of the other characters. It's hilarious. There it is. Super size K Rool taking the win over Lucario, who put up, what a great fight though Lucario put up. Tried so hard. He's going to go to 4-7. Again, he's doing obviously then better than Young Link. It helps him when those below him are losing. It helps if maybe the ones right above him are going to lose as well. Mario, Marth lost. So it's possible. For now, yeah, he's 4-7. And K Rool is climbing, continuing to climb. 9-3. Depending on what Pyra and Mythra do, again, it's going to remain this way. Because they're Pyra and Mythra only half a game ahead of K Rool and Donkey Kong, as they haven't had their buys yet. K Rool's gonna have his buy, and then Donkey Kong in the next 2 sets. So then that'll all change. But right now, as it stands, K Rool and Donkey Kong, if he wins as well, have a chance to go above Pyra and Mythra if Pyra and Mythra lose. And by the way, K Rool and Donkey Kong here have much easier matches. Donkey Kong has the 3-7 Kirby, but is it actually easy? I don't know, because again, Kirby 13-7 last season. So was Donkey Kong. They were both here in the red. It was crazy. It was so hard, you know, before we saw the playoffs, before we saw how all these fighters now are doing this season, or so horribly, some of them like Kirby and Peach, namely. Really didn't know, but it is starting to seem like perhaps the red division, as contentious as it is, may not be the best. I would kind of, at the moment, tentatively rank them as green the best, blue next, yellow, and then red maybe. It's iffy, but we'll see come playoff time maybe how they do against each other. Yellow could be a little better. They were a little surprising last season, but we'll see. And if you're wondering, Kirby beat Donkey Kong first last season, but DK beat him the second time around. So it is a tie matchup between these guys, head to head, in the entire life of the league. Talking about season 0 really only right now, but as we go, obviously we'll be in consideration all the seasons. And these matchups, these rivalries will just increase. And by the way, there's a slight pseudo rivalries going on as well in the Shorts League, which is coming to its own close for season 2, its own season 2, because we didn't start with a season 0 promo of that. It's in its actual season 2, and it's almost at the end of it, and it's gonna just continue on. We're just gonna go straight into the next season with that, no off season. Maybe just a break for a week or like a half a week, whatever we may need to round it out. Who knows? I may need a week to get things prepared for the next one, but yeah, the Shorts League, always something nice and short to watch. If you're looking for something extra, just something quick. If you're looking for something to binge, though, that's what this is for. And right now, Donkey Kong, you got that early-ish knockout. It wasn't very early. It was a normally timed one. Took Kirby a while though there on that knockout of DK. So long that Donkey Kong returning with over 80% on Kirby in a Super Mushroom gets him again. So it's 1-2. Donkey Kong's favor. Looking real good for the big ape. And again, to move on to 9-3 himself. To put Pyra and Mythra back in the hot seat. Last match for them, they got a much harder one against Dr. Mario. To see if they can remain in first place. Go 9-2. If not, they're 8-3, and they are, yeah, I guess they'd probably just be third, but still. They've hung in there. They've basically been first place this entire time. The only time they weren't, they were 4-0 along with Simon. Then both they and Simon lost, and then Simon lost again, and they won. So that was between the 6 and 7. Set 6 and 7 was when Pyra and Mythra finally officially took first place, but they were basically tied for first up to that point the entire time. And then finally, it's set 7 took first officially, and then have been there by themselves since then. DK knocked out though by Kirby. It's a slight chance, I guess. 111 on his last, but just like the last stocks, Donkey Kong has already stacked on that percent. Kirby Super Mushroom, Donkey Kong. Oh man, that was close though. DK was poisoned for a second there. If Kirby would have connect with one nice attack, 34% on DK, could have done it. Regular size though. Wait, Donkey Kong poisoned again? Yeah. Back to normal again, luckily, because he almost got launched again. Launched into the stage. Now we got some edge things happening. Oh man, DK, you are lucky. That was maybe not what you want to do against the 150% Kirby there. He does get the knockout, but that was a very sketchy finish for him there. Again, it's so hard to tell what is up with Kirby. He did have a few wins recently, 3-7, 3-8 now though. He might be done. 8 losses is, especially with only 3 wins. Young Link just above that at 4-8 right now. I don't know. He could be done. We could be seeing our bottom 6 right now before our very eyes. Young Link, Kirby, Greninja, Ryu, Jigglypuff, Peach, Lucario, right on the cusp, right on the brink. Is he going to be 15? Is he going to be one that moves, or is it going to be Young Link? That's really where it stands right now. Maybe we'll have to see. Donkey Kong 9-3. As the top ranks pull a little farther ahead, kind of change things a little bit here and make it those top 3 solidifying their spots basically. If Pyra and Mythra win as well, that'll definitely be happening. Right now though, 2 of the bottom, so somebody's got to win here. Not the very bottom. Peach of 1-9 only has the 1 obviously, and that is against Lucario. So maybe she could beat Greninja. Greninja a little different though, a little speedier. A little feistier, maybe. And she's going to be knocked out quick here. Very quick. 18 only on Greninja, who poised the poison mushroom. And he's falling quickly, 3-8. He was actually, what was he? Yeah, he was 3-2. In fact, he was 3-2. He is now 3-8. With this win, it's an easy matchup. With this win, it could give him some hope again in the playoffs to maybe not be one of those bottom 6 that we just mentioned. This is it. Knock Lucario into that spot. Mario and Brawler both 5 and 6, also kind of close to that. Brawler again on the bye right now, going to stay 5 and 6. Mario against Byleth could certainly fall to 5 and 7. Greninja says, yes, more 7 losses, please. Gives him much more of a chance. The more the top pulls away, maybe even the better for him, because that means perhaps, as long as it's not the bottom, very bottom, continually losing, maybe it's the middle, and maybe it's giving him a better shot at making the playoffs. Top 13. But if you get into the top 15, maybe you get some new life in a different division. I don't know if you want to move to a different division when you're in the red. He gets another knockout on Peach, though. He's really controlling this entire match. It's not really close. Peach just floundering this entire season. Gets a knockout at 150% or whatever on Greninja, but probably not going to be enough. She could rally back here. She could make a huge comeback. I don't think it's going to happen. Greninja playing it well enough. Still here. 30%, 30 on 36 on Peach. Super Mushroom on her. Greninja doesn't care. And of course, the reach is the worst part of that. Hard to get in there for some attacks whenever they have the reach advantage on you. Poison Mushroom, Greninja doing a little bit of work while Peach was poisoned. Normal size is 58 to 52. Greninja extra stock. And maybe looking, no, Peach was above him. Looking to finish things off. No, he has a Super Mushroom though. There it is. I don't know what happened there in the middle of Peach's launch. It seemed to like stop for a second, but she's out of here. Greninja, a very easy win. I don't know, maybe even more hope for him after that performance. Coming in the, of course, the coming matches. See if he can make it in. I don't know. A little closer, 4-8, just like young Link. Gonna pass up Kirby if nothing else. Peach remaining at the bottom for sure, 1-10. How the mighty have fallen with the 1-10 Peach, who used to be 13-7. She did lose to Link in the first round of playoffs. Her first round because she had a bye. But being the lowest bye, she also had the hardest matchup going in. But still, either way, she lost. I'm sorry, I'm thinking of Zelda. Yeah, that was somebody. Yeah, Peach lost to Lucas. She did have the hardest matchup against Lucas going into the second round. But yeah, it was Lucas who beat her, not Link. Jigglypuff, also 1-9. But she's kind of more familiar with this, being the bottom of the yellow who moved here, 7-13. Knocking Ryu out already, 47%, the help of a Super Mushroom. Ryu also he's only 3-8. This is our worst matchup here, number 6. But the 3-8 Ryu, just like Greninja, 3-8, he's got a chance if he can win his really easy matchup. They both got it's the same records, 3-8s versus the 1-9s. They're the bottom 4. In case you were wondering. So it's a really great chance for the 3-8s. The 1-9s, they're done. Jiggly and Pete don't have much chance, but if they want to start upsetting some other people, they can do so right here. Well, Peach had her chance. She lost it. Ryu tying things up here. Jiggly's got another Super Mushroom. Ryu's like, I'm going to just avoid that completely here. And he does. All right. 35 on him, 0 on Jiggly still on this. So, Poison Mushroom, though, for her. Back to normal. Not much damage there. Ryu doing a little bit. And about even. Jiggly rolling out into a Poison Mushroom. And, oh, man, Ryu spinning kick. Not quite going to get the launch. Almost does. 50% on Jigglypuff. Jiggly one attack takes him to 45 and the sleep so close to knocking him out, and he is taking that damage over time. He's up to 87. That dot, you call it. I guess you type it that way. You don't necessarily say it that way all that often. Super Mushroom to Poison Mushroom. Ryu is big. Jigglypuff back to normal, but Ryu still big. Gets the launch, 101. Hello, Jigglypuff. 95 on Ryu's second stock. As Jigglypuff moved to her last. It's more the passive participant in that one, not the active. This is your grammar lesson. Oh man, Jigglypuff, nice knockout. Super Mushroom, decent percent on Ryu. Back to even. What is happening here? Jigglypuff maybe trying to pick up a second win for herself. That's what. If she does that, she'll be one behind Ryu. maybe even moving her someday out of this second to last spot and Ryu back into there, because I think I'm sure at some point, yeah, he was down there at 0-3 earlier on, which was a big old tie with a bunch of other 0-3s. Kirby, Peach, Lucario, Youngling. Hey, look at that, a bunch of names we still see down here. Jigglypuff was 0-2 at that time. I already had a bye. The first bye, in fact, and the Super Mushroom, wait a second, Jigglypuff, 37 on Ryu, 71 on Jigglypuff, she's back to normal size. Ryu is safe for the moment. Jiggly dodges the big hit, gets a Super Mushroom, 2 big hits to Ryu, 67%. The rollout is not going to hit, but she's right underneath Ryu. 82% doesn't get the knockout. Ryu again, so lucky. 83%, 75. Jigglypuff, almost the launch. Not quite. Still, Ryu's safe for now. 77 to 101. Jigglypuff blocks another one while she's poisoned. Back to normal size for her. Wow, she is doing everything she can to win this one. Oh, but the poison mushroom, wait. 81 on Jiggly, 110 on Ryu. Definitely anyone's match. And I don't know what. Jiggly just went back to normal size. Not quite launched. 105. 107 as she's off the stage. Super Mushroom, though, it's all tied up percent-wise. It's anyone's match. Both in the red. Jigglypuff can't get a hit with the Super Mushroom, though. The Poison Mushroom, Jigglypuff dodges it. Oh, that was incredible. What a dodge. In Ryu's poison, Jigglypuff big again. Is that it? Is that going to do it? Ryu back to normal. But Jigglypuff coming in with the pound. She does it. She does it. 2 and 9. She doesn't have a chance anymore. She's still done. But he drops Ryu to 3 and 9. And in fact, only half a game behind because Ryu has not had his bye yet. All right. And that's the end of our bad matches. Our bad matches that just so happen to be great, right? Very interesting turn of events for everybody down there. Spreading out the division even farther down at the bottom, at least, where it doesn't really matter as much. But we got Byleth here where it does matter, 7 and 3, and Mario at 5 and 6. He's the 5 and 6 who would not be making it into the playoffs, although he and Brawler, the other 5 and 6, haven't played yet. And with Brawler on a bye, a win here for Mario puts him into the playoffs. The picture, at least, for that. We got a long way to go still. You're at the halfway point. This next quarter of matches here, leading up to the last quarter of matches, I'd say the next 5 or so, is going to be probably the most important, where, people are going to be on their last leg, and I'm talking not like the ones who are already out, but like, honestly, with this division, oh man, Byleth, what an attack. Super Mushroom. Mario's knocked out at like 50-some%. 96 on Byleth, though. Can Mario bring it back to even? Yo, so close. 112 on Byleth. 2 strong competitors. Mario was 13 and 7 last season with that group of 13 and 7s. Lost his first match against the Ice Climbers in the playoffs, unfortunately for him. The worst of the playoff contenders. He was the best of them without a bye. Poison Mushroom on Byleth. He still can't get the knockout, though. 121 on her. Byleth 7 and 3. New to the league, but doing super well. Oh, and that is why that lance is just incredibly powerful. And another knockout on Mario, and he is in some trouble here. He goes to 5 and 7. He still has some competition right around him, right below him for those last couple playoff spots, we'll say. The 5 and 6 of Brawler, the 5 and 5s of Pit and Marth. Pit who won, Marth who lost. So maybe just Marth. Byleth, okay, launched for the first time, but Mario has a lot of work to do if he wants to win this one. I don't know what's going to happen. What I was mentioning, though, of course, was, we have so many here in this division that are so close. The 5 and 5s, 4 and 6. So really, there's still a ton of opportunity here. And that means that really these coming matches, even for Ryu, Greninja, Kirby, Young Link, certainly for Lucario and Mario and Mii Brawler, Marth and Pit, and even the ones right above it, it's so important for them because, yeah, they're running out of time. The ones, Pyra and Mythra, King K Rool, Donkey Kong, they're pretty set now. At least for the playoffs, they can still, of course, it's still going to be exciting to see where everyone ends up. But yeah, Byleth, man, just destroying Mario in this one. Frightening, and Byleth is now looking like she might be one. She's already had her bye. She's now 8-3. So she's up there with the rest. Honestly, yeah, Pyra and Mythra lose, then they're the same record. She's the same record as Pyra and Mythra, which is really a great place to be. So, yeah, carving out her place in the top 8 as well. And maybe it's going to come down to, maybe just a contentious middle of the division soon enough for these guys, even though it started off just a few sets ago as pretty much anyone's game. Mario, 5-7. Next up, Yoshi, 6-4. One of the better from last season in the red. He was only 11-9. He was the last one to stay, the lowest record to stay. But right now, other than Donkey Kong and Zelda, who were above him last time, he's third right now out of everybody who from last division. He's actually doing well. He's in the top 8 last season, that is, in this division. But he also lost his first matchup in the playoffs to Mewtwo. He was the 9th seed going up against the 8th seed Mewtwo. Again, not including the buys. Six and 4, Terry, 6-4. So basically, this is for perhaps 8th place in the division, but with a win, they might move even further up than that. And whoever loses, yeah, they're probably not going to be 9th place. Might be, maybe not though. And Yoshi right now with a slight lead, that stock knockout, 94 right now on him on that first. As Terry comes back with a vengeance. An extremely important match here. And this is going to kind of keep it close because these two who have the same record fighting each other. Not a whole lot's going to change in terms of where everybody else stands. But so important in the long run. Especially, again, obviously for both of these two. That number 8 and number 9, so different. Number 8 stays here, just like Yoshi last season. If he remains number 8, he'd be the last one to stay again in the division. Come time for the end of the season, when the middle of the season this time around flips divisions. Number 9 is the first one to do so, 9-15, and so, yeah, very different future depending on whether you're 8 or whether you're 9. 162, 75, 175 on Yoshi. There's the knockout on him. He's got Terry to 88, now 101. Now 119. 2 stock each right now. Terry, Poison Mushroom on Yoshi. Terry, an immediate knockout, 40-some% on Yoshi, and there it is. A huge turnaround. All of a sudden, Yoshi's now big size. Terry's has had the go because he's had super percent for a while now. 134, finally knocked out again. Yoshi, Terry, all tied up 1 stock each. Terry's poisoned. Yoshi getting a little bit of damage, that's about it. Super size now for Yoshi. Oh, back to normal. 25, 40. Yoshi, those eggs though, connecting with so many of you. Terry's jumping into half of them. Yoshi spins into the super mushroom, and there it is, closing it out. What a match. That was anyone's match for sure that entire time. It was quick. It was neck and neck. It was crazy. 307. All it took was 1 mushroom, and then that was boom. That's it. You wouldn't have expected it maybe from these two, but that's how it went. Maybe from Terry when he's up in percent like that, but Yoshi, coming in with some big hits. He's going to go 7-4. He's going to solidify his spot in the top 8 where he already was. And Terry, 6-5. He's now hovering around in that middle point. There he's actually been hovering around that midway point for a while now. About halfway since about set 6 or so. 2 that haven't been hovering around the midway, though. Simon and Zelda. This could have been a last match. It's so good. Simon 7-3, Zelda 7-4. So it's for a lot of confidence, a lot of pressure put on the rest of the league, and a lot of comfort, cushion as you climb in the record, climb in the division. 7 wins on both of them right now. You go to 8, you're feeling great. Zelda has yet to have a bye yet, though. It's back to the map there. Started off a tough one against Donkey Kong. One of probably her biggest rival ever since the last season. Oh man, Simon, what a counterattack with the Super Mushroom, and gets the first knockout. 70% on him right now. 93. And a Poison Mushroom. Can Zelda retaliate here? Not quite. Not quite. Normal size on both of them. Is that up? Yes. Zelda, very tall, same size as Simon. But Simon, that chain, the reason he's where he is, pretty much. 107 on his first stock. He's just eliminated Zelda twice. Got some very scary weapons on him. That throwing axe, the boomerang blade, there it comes. It comes back. Zelda, not taking much damage from it, but it did hit. And of course, that big chain. Not the greatest up B. Richter in the yellow, starting to fare a little better. Simon's been up here at the top this whole time. This is not great for Zelda, but with 7 wins, she might still be okay for the top 8. She may actually be threatening to fall into the middle. Not something she's used to. She's used to fighting for the top of the division, or at least somewhat. Okay, she gets 1 knockout, but it might be a little too late here. 51 already. 61 now on her last. Simon, very commanding victory here, perhaps, against a very tough opponent. Zelda reining in Din's fire, but it's not doing enough right now. Not what she needs. I don't see her coming back from this one, 72%. Simon, yeah, again, he's going to be 8-3, just like Byleth. Possibly like Pyra and Mythra. She's up against the other 7-4, Dr. Mario. There's only 2 of them, Zelda and him. She's got Simon to 64 right now, but he's supersized. She needed that. 108 on her last. Simon looking to finish things with a strong attack here. He's charging some up. Watch out for that oh, nice Knight coming in. Go watch out for that chain though. Supersized Zelda, 104 on Simon. Can't get the knockout though. Ooh, goes for it. She does go for the side. The edge knockout, gets it even though she was attacked in the process. It's 135 on her. Oh, nice. Is that Nehru's love whenever she turns into the little blue diamond thing? Either way, not gonna do it. She did what she could to try to come back, but Simon very, very strong. He has not been faltering as much as his buddy Richter. He is, yes, very commanding. 8-3. This the top of this division. Yeah, the top 5 now because of the 2 wins from Simon and Byleth here. Especially defeating Zelda. They've pretty much become the top 5. Dr. Mario can change that a little bit here. He can take down Pyra in our next one. Zelda, again, falling to 7-5. We'll see if she can remain in the top 8 or not. What a way then to finish things here. the number 1, 8 and 2. Can they remain there? Pyra and Mythra taking on the Doctor. The Doctor's in the house. He's number 7, 7 and 4, but he's seen the number 6 just lose. He can take that number 6 spot. It's the only one that's lost that's above him right now. The only other one to go, Pyra and Mythra here, of course, the last match. Obviously, he can't pass her up, but he can come a lot closer than it seems with a win here. Move him to 8 and 4, move her to 8 and 3. I mean, it's only half a win away. And that, I guess, is how close to the top is still right now. Because even at 8 and 3 Pyra, we have some 9 and 3s, but 8 and 3 still basically the best because those 9 and 3s haven't had their bye just yet. But we will, and since we're seeing those 9 and 3s, K Rool and DK having their byes next 2 sets, that means we're gonna see in these coming sets who else can match that has 3 losses. Can anybody else match that? So we could honestly in the next couple sets see the top of this division becoming recontentious. Pyra and Mythra, in fact, Mythra with the Super Mushroom getting the first knockout here on Dr. Mario, 82% on them. So the lower record, the underdogging right now. Dr. Mario, Poison Mushroom as well. Can he get that Super Mushroom? Nope. He's too tiny. His little tiny legs will not carry him quickly enough toward it. But now Pyra, Poison Mushroom for her. Pelted by a pill, but it will not be enough for Mario to get that knockout. Of course, 110 on her though. He needs it quick. He's going to remain in this one. 33%, nice counter move. That's not going to be enough. Launch to the other side of the stage. But a poisoned Mythra now. Mario needs to do something other than throw pills whenever he's got the size advantage like that. He's at 64%. Oh no, and he can't make... No, he is going to make it back. He's alright. Come out. And there it is. One knockout. 64 though. It's a little more than you want to have. Still gives pretty good advantage to Pyra and Mythra now. Poison Mushroom and Dr. Mario. Mythra, can she get a strike to get the knockout? 78 on him already. And she's supersized now. Grabs him. Doesn't get the knockout. Puts Pyra in. That's probably the way to go. Stronger attacks like that. That extremely fiery sword. Mythra a little quicker. Another that spinning fire blade. That's a very dangerous attack. Taking out a lot of people that way. 133 on Dr. Mario second. It's not looking good for him. Can he rally back with some attacks here? Wait a second. Maybe? No. He needs a little more than that. The Super Mushroom could help. He gets it. 42 now on Pyra and Mythra. Oh, what a knockout. 64% the super size knockout for Dr. Mario. Taking now the lead all of a sudden. 146 on him, though. On his second stock, but he's still in. Oh man, there it is. Pyra with the spinning fire blade. Will put things back to even, but that's all it can do for now. Now, who can dish out the damage quicker? The end of all things. Whoa, Dr. Mario. Oh, with the head jump. With the head jump. What a knockout to finish things off here. What a win for Dr. Mario. That was incredible. You see him happen. It happens from time to time. Not easy to land, but what a way to win the match. Oh man. Dr. Mario, 8 and 4. He's the only one now because he was only 4 losses at 7 wins. Zelda loses, Dr. Mario wins. So he also has to have his bye to catch up with everybody match-wise. But that 8 wins is oh man, that is good. That is an incredible match. 8 and 3 for Pyra and Mythra. Dr. Mario has just opened the floodgates for everybody to become possibly the top in this division. Incredible. Let's see now where does everybody fall in the standings here. All right, well, Set 12 in the books. Hero beating Marth, Pit beating Young Link, King K Rool over Lucario, Donkey Kong beating Kirby, Greninja defeating Peach, Jigglypuff taking out Ryu, Byleth defeating Mario, Yoshi beating Terry, Simon beating Zelda, and Pyra and Mythra defeating Dr. Mario. I'm sorry, Dr. Mario defeating Pyra and Mythra, of course. The end there. And the Mii Brawler having his bye. Where did everyone end up? It's been crazy. There's a lot of up and down for sure. King K Rool and DK, now the top 1 and 2. Who knows who goes where because they haven't fought yet. But they're both 9 and 3. We have got none who fought between the 8 and 3s. 3 of them, Pyra and Mythra, Simon, and Byleth, all have yet to fight. So there's some really good matches to come still in this second half of the season. The very definitive matches for the top here. Then we got Dr. Mario by himself at 6th place, 8 and 4. Yoshi by himself now, 7th place, 7 and 4. And Zelda moving down to 8th, 7 and 5. Hero is also 7 and 5 and 9th, but Zelda beat him already. So again, we got a tie in 8 and 9, but this time they've already fought. So very important again there. 6 and 5's Terry and Pit. And we got 5 and 6's Marth and Brawler, both of them making it into the playoffs. Marth beat Brawler, but they're both in. That's actually the very end. Mario now definitively out of the playoffs. Last time around, he was tied with Mii Brawler, who was getting in. Now the 5 and 6 definitely gets you in, and 5 and 7 will not. That's Mario. Then we got 4 and 7 Lucario. And that's the last of the ones that would be moving from Hero to Lucario. Then finally, our bottom 6, Greninja, moving up a little bit, 4 and 8 now. Beat the 4 and 8 Young Link. Both of them still with a shot, I think, here. Then we got 3 and 8 Kirby, 3 and 9 Ryu, 2 and 9 Jigglypuff, and the 1 and 10 Peach. They might all be done, but yeah, Greninja and Young Link may still have a shot here. We'll have to see how they do. Maybe one more set to see about them. But, you know, things are still pretty close here with the 5 and 6 getting you in, maybe even a little lower than that to come. Who knows? Next up, we've got the green in their set 12. Shulk taking on Bowser Jr., Chrom versus Villager, Luigi taking on Toon Link, Lucina versus Little Mac, Sheik versus Gunner, Mewtwo taking on Diddy, Corrin taking on Kazuya, Wolf up against Bayonetta, Bowser versus Link, and finally King Dedede, the undefeated, taking on Piranha Plant, and Mega Man has a bye for them. That leaves these guys in their set 13 to come, and it's going to be, I think, another crazy one the way these matchups are. Who knows what the standings will look like after set 13. We're going to have the 5 and 7 Mario taking on the 5 and 6 Marth. So that is huge right there for Mario. Take Marth out of the playoffs, put himself in. Young Link then 4 and 8. He's got a tough one against Simon at 8 and 3. Then we got the 4 and 8 Greninja. It has an easy one against the 3 and 8 Kirby. Maybe Kirby's very last shot. He's the only 3 and 8. He might have just a small shot left. Ryu then 3 and 9, probably done, taking on Pyra and Mythra at 8 and 3. She needs the win though to stay up with everybody else, however. Then we got Terry, who needs himself a win at 6 and 5, taking on the 2 and 9 Jigglypuff. And that rounds out our bad matches. The last 4 though, Donkey Kong is still kind of crazy. 9 and 3 DK up against the 4 and 7 Lucario, who needs a win to get into the playoffs against the obvious tough DK. Donkey Kong with a win there could take the number 1 spot while K Rool's on a bye. Yoshi then, the new 7 and 4, taking on the 5 and 6 Brawler off of his bye. See if he can remain in the playoffs. Dr. Mario then 8 and 4, taking on the 6 and 5 Pit. Finally, Zelda 7 and 5 up against the 8 and 3 Byleth. Zelda needs a win, maybe to stay in the top 8. Byleth again needs a win to stay with the top 8. Just in contention with the top of the top, maybe the top 5 you could say. But with Dr. Mario getting a win, maybe even the top 6, all 8 and 9 wins, and then the 7 wins right behind them, Yoshi, Zelda, and Hero. We got 7, 8, and 9 wins the whole way down to rank 9. It's pretty crazy. K Rool's on a bye, so he'll either stay at number 1 or I guess we'll see what happens. Until then, though, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. Let me know who you think is going to win in the comments in these coming matches. But check out everything else on the channel. Till next time, though, I'm Randy with Nerds Templar, the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate AI League. Peace out.